I'm Lee Spencer with the Racing Boys, and I've caught up with Ryan Truex. Hell of a run, tying your career best in the Xfinity Series. How's that feel?
Feels really good. I knew coming in there'd be a lot of pressure on me to perform in this car, and I put a lot of pressure on myself. And the start of the race was tough. We lost a lot of track position, and I knew we had a good car, and I knew we could get up there. It was just a matter of making the right adjustments, and my team did that and gave me the car I needed to get up there and run with Kyle. I could run with him for about 10 laps, and then he started to pull away a little bit. I wish I could have got there and just seen what I could do, but it was cool to run behind him, and it was cool to beat all those other guys straight up.
But that was a hell of a restart, and you got to give yourself credit for just instinctively knowing where to go, what to do, making the most of it, because there could be a lot of cautions in these races, and there could be very few like we've seen this year. You had your moment, and you took it.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you got to do it in these cars, especially a track like this, because once you get strung out, it's tough to pass. And I felt like our car was good in the fact that we could come through in the back of the field and pass a lot of cars, and we did that twice. So that said a lot about how good our car was. But yeah, I mean, the restarts are so hectic, and it's so easy to get caught up in the wrong lane. I did on the initial start. I got put 3 wide in the middle, and I lost like 6 spots. And once you lose them, it's hard to get them back. And the closer you are to the front, the cleaner air you have, the better your car drives, the more you can do. So I just that whole last stage of a restart, I was just as aggressive as I could be without wrecking people or doing anything dumb. But yeah, I was lucky to get the right lanes and lucky that my moves all worked out.
I think Reddick and Cole Custer were like, "What the hell just happened?" because you just blew right by them.
Yeah. I know Custer was a little mad at me because I was racing him hard that run before. But I told him after the race, I don't get many shots at this, so I'm going to race as hard as I can, and I can't just lay over and give anyone spots. So I watched a lot of footage from last year, and I noticed that Bell was able to run the top on restarts and make a lot of ground. So I remembered that, and luckily I got in a situation where I could use that, and it worked out perfectly.
What was going on with your ignition? You mentioned something went faulty with it during the course of the race.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the kill switch got stuck or something. I was saving fuel, and my engine was off, and I flipped the ignition switch back on, and it wouldn't refire, and we lost a bunch of spots before I could get it figured out. So that was just kind of another wrench in the game plan, so we had to come from the back again. Same thing. Luckily, we had a good lane for the restart, and same thing. I had to be really aggressive. But our car was really good on the flat in 1 and 2, so I could run way down all 4 tires under the apron and make a lot of positions up just by doing that and sliding in front of people. So that's more having a good driving car to be able to do that. And I did a lot of shifting today too, which helps you. Yeah, I mean, just you got to have the right stuff underneath you, and I definitely had what I needed to be aggressive and do that kind of stuff.
You're the 4th driver this year to get in that car. What have you done to really get acquainted with Taylor Moyer? New car, new team, new crew chief. How do you blend all of that and try to give yourself the best opportunity you have when you do get in the car?
I mean, you definitely have to have some bonding time and things like that. I haven't really been to many races. I've tried to stay out of the way because he's got a lot of stuff going on with a lot of different drivers. I'd rather learn from afar in certain instances, like when Zane was in the car, and just try to stay out of it and not, interfere in any way. If there's a way I can help, that's great, but I'd rather kind of stay out of the way and let things, run their course with those guys without kind of being a part of it. Because he's just got so much going on with so many different drivers. Every week it's somebody different. So I do a lot of texting and things like that with him, and we talk before and after practice and kind of see where he's at, where he's going. Aside from that, on my end, I've been training a lot more, watched a lot of footage coming into this race, like a lot. I had a notebook full of notes coming in here, and I think that really paid off, and how I was able to make the moves on restarts and make passes.
Well, you were the top JR Motorsports car today, so, I mean, that is a feather in your cap. But you sound a lot more driven, a lot more determined. I guess a lot of that comes with maturity, but are you kind of looking at this as this is my shot and I have to take it because I'm not a teenager anymore and there are younger guys coming up the pike?
Yeah, I mean, every opportunity I get, I feel that way. And you never know when your last one's going to happen. And there's, like you said, there's a lot of young guys. There's a lot of guys with sponsorship coming up through the ranks. And, I feel like if I can get in good equipment and run a car like I ran today and have the team I had today, I feel like I could race for championships and race alongside Kyle and Chris Bell and those guys. It's just a matter of putting all that together. It's tough to for everything to fall into place to run for a team like that full time. So we'll keep working and hopefully this year will lead into that.
You have 5 starts this year, is that correct? Or do you have 5 after this?
4 more. Yep.
So what are you going to do to keep sharp between now and then?
The same stuff I did over the off season, which is, work out, watch film, simulation. Aside from that, I don't have any other starts planned at anything. That could change. I don't know, what other opportunities will come out of this, but yeah, as of now, I've just got these races and I'm just going to put all my focus and effort towards them.
I see you're carrying the Sherry Strong on your fire suit. What does it mean to be involved with such an incredible organization?
It feels really cool. They do a lot, and this is their 10th anniversary. So I think they're looking at trying to raise $1 million this year at the catwalk, which is a really big deal. And hopefully this run and having that logo up front a lot will drive some more people to it, and we can hit that mark because it's for a really good cause. So I'm glad I could be a part of it. I think it gave me some good luck today, and that's always good.
Really appreciate your time, and hey, good luck with the rest of the starts this season.
Thank you very much.